Hey there, everyone. Well, that was not a great start. Hey there, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to another episode of the tutorial for KSP. And again, like last time, not going to be too long. Just going to be going over some very simple things. I'm basically trying to do these tutorial series in a logical progression. Just looking at somebody who's new to the game, you start off with knowing how to build things, and then once you have your first thing built, like this little rocket that we built last time, well, you want to learn how to get into space. Chances are you're not gonna try to build ridiculous rockets off the start, or you might. I know I did. I just put a lot of engines together and watched stuff blow up. And that's fun too, and we'll be doing that later when we try some more advanced rocket design. But for now, I'm just gonna be doing what most people at this stage are, like once they've just built this, and that's to get this little thing into orbit. So last time we got it into a suborbital trajectory. We actually went up fairly high, so it gave me the idea that, well, we might actually be able to make it out there and again gain some orbit. What the hell was that? And make an orbit. So yeah. So we have Bob Kerbin here, who's very courageous and not very stupid. Really? Okay, I guess. And our ship with 10 parts, 11 tons of mass. Cool, cool. Alright, so when you're setting out to get into orbit, what is there that you want to do? Well, you want to make it outside of the atmosphere, first of all. Kerbin's atmosphere is... The upper end of it is at 68.5 kilometers, I believe. I just go around 70 because it's easiest to remember that way. So you want to make it out of there, and then you'll be in orbit. You'll be in orbit at that point, and you don't have to worry about the atmosphere dragging you down or anything like that. It's best to aim for around a 100-kilometer orbit. Let's just actually get this going. I don't want to be sitting on this launch pad. So... throttle up and SAS on. So you're climbing, doing your thing, and basically you want to watch your speed and you want to watch your height. You don't want to go too fast because then you're going to be basically pushing against the atmosphere too hard, and it's going to be pushing back on you, so it's going to be slowing you down a lot more than you would like. So as you can see, I throttled down a little bit. Then you also want to look at your altitude up here. So right now we're at 2.5k and still steadily climbing. Our speed is still going up. We're at 120 meters per second. And there's not much more you can do at this point. You just gotta wait. If you have a more powerful rocket, obviously you're gonna make it up there. You're gonna make it up there faster if you have more engines and all that. But we're going up at a steady pace. I am actually worried about the fuel. I don't know if this is going to be enough. Might need to either put another tank on there or put a couple of boosters. But I could swear I've made orbit with this vehicle before. Oh, now we're going too fast. Yeah, you don't want to go too much over 200 meters per second if possible while you're still climbing. Especially wait until you reach, I think it's 12 kilometers. You'll see it here. It's that little notch where the blue, light blue, turns into a slightly darker blue. So you're basically reaching a thinner part in the atmosphere. And at that point, you want to start turning over. It depends which way you want to turn over. Usually, if you go towards the 90 degrees, you will spin with the planet. So that's nice. You can go 270, so you can spin against the planet, or you can go north or south if you want. And why is this like tilting to the side? Anyway, yeah, so you're up there and you just slowly start tilting over. You'll see there's the little yellow circle, I guess, is your prograde marker, your direction marker. That's where you're heading. And now I've just angled myself to 45 degrees. Yeah, we're not gonna make this. Yep, not gonna have enough fuel. But yeah, at this point, just keep going up. That's all you can do. Stay at an angle. As you can see, you can now see the stars. We're at 35k. Keep an eye on this little thing here and watch for your apoapsis to reach over. There we go. So I'm actually going to cut the throttle right now. And our apoapsis is at 73 kilometers. I'm gonna try to make an orbit. Basically, the apoapsis is the slowest point and the highest point in your orbit. And then you'll see on the other side, when we have an orbit, there's the periapsis, which is the lowest point and the fastest in your orbit. So now we're just drifting out into space, suborbital at the moment. And I'm going to align myself with the horizon here on the nav ball, because once we do reach the apoapsis, we want to burn as much as we can towards the horizon so that we can set out and make our orbit. So we're almost there. 40 seconds. Do I even need physical time here? I guess you do need physical here because I'm still in the atmosphere. When I'm about like 15 seconds away is when I'll start burning. You don't want to burn after it because then you're wasting fuel. I'm actually going to start burning now, because I am very worried about the fuel situation. Very, very worried indeed. But yeah, as you can see, it's now stretching out. So we're looking good. Pretty good, actually. Fuel, stay with me, baby, stay with me. No, I don't think it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna wait a little bit longer and then burn some more. I'm being a little bit more efficient with my fuel this way, but I'm also getting dangerously close to the apoapsis. Okay, burn some more. So basically try to keep the apoapsis from getting to you if you can. So by pushing a little bit, so now it's kind of hovering around 6 seconds. Oh, we're gonna run out of gas. Dang, son. Alright, well, we're out of fuel. We've got about half an orbit set up. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, so I don't know if it's possible with this craft. I could swear I've done it before. Maybe I had a third tank on there. I don't know. Anyways, I guess I'll be right back with you guys when we're pretty much at the same spot or in the air. I'm just gonna make some quick changes to this thing, and yeah, we'll be back in a second. Okay, so I lied when I said we'd be back at the same point. I just wanted to show you real quick what I did here and see how this works. So basically, all I did was just added some solid fuel boosters and then put some decouplers on. So these things will just help me get off the pad. I probably don't even need to throttle up to max. And make sure everything's set up. Yep, so boosters go off, then decouplers, which will fling those out. And then actually, no, the engine, I want this to start at the same time. Alright, there we go. So yeah, you can see you have quite a little bit of extra lift with a solid fuel booster, especially on this thing, which is so tiny and so light. This is gonna get me way the hell up there. Like, I shut down that main engine just now, so I don't need it. I'm already going way too fast. Yeah, so we should be able to make it out there no problem now. Get ready, start accelerating, because there, it's done. Alright, and keep our speed up. Perfect. We should be much better now, hopefully. Possibly. If nothing happens, I will be back with you guys pretty much when we're out in the atmosphere. Yeah. Actually, you know what? No. I'll stay with this. This might end up being a little longer than I hoped for, but I think we'll be fine, just because I want to show you the whole process. So, again, we're actually doing pretty well. Doing better than last time. We're at 13 kilometers, almost hitting that 200 meter per second mark. So I'm going to start turning. This is usually around when I start turning. So just gently ease her over. Okay, so the thing with turning, it's called the gravity turn. A lot of people will tell you to basically just wait until you hit around 12 kilometers and then go to 45 degrees, so right there on your nav ball, and then go up, and then you reach your apoapsis, cut your fuel or cut your throttle by the time you reach the apoapsis, and then just go flat along the horizon. Yeah, you can do it that way, but I prefer easing it over, so you're basically always following your trajectory. It's more efficient that way, and it's just a little nicer, I find. But I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about half the time. Anyway, I'm going to throttle up because I want to get this over with. So we're at 30 kilometers. Let's ease her over a little bit more. We are almost, or we will be at orbital velocity in not too long, hopefully. Okay, where are we at here? 55. So yeah, so you can see, like, if I'm following the trajectory, it's lining it out a little bit more. If I were to go, say, down here, it would push it out more. I don't know if that makes any sense. Actually, no, if I were down here, it would start pushing it down because I'm underneath my trajectory. But if I were to stay angled, then this apoapsis would go up even higher, and I don't really want that. Anyways, let us go forward. Go time warp. Let's do the time. Nope, not gonna do it. Even though I almost did. Am I wasting fuel? Yeah, I'm wasting fuel. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait now until we reach that apoapsis. Watch this beautiful transition. That's pretty cool. It's like a nice atmospheric effect there on the dark side. That's funky, actually. I'm really happy with the changes they're making to this game, or the additions and fixes and all that. It's awesome. Speaking of which, there's actually a new patch that they're working on right now. There's a lot of things that will be in it. I was just looking over the notes for it. And a lot of things that will be added to it that will make the career mode a lot easier. They're basically paving the way towards career mode. I can't remember exactly what, but yeah, that's it. That's the end of that. So sorry, but I will obviously do a release video when that comes out. All right, so we're staying away from that apoapsis. Perfect. Don't want to go too fast. Yeah, there we go. So now we're making an orbit. And we're still almost out of gas. Alright, perfect. So we have an orbit. Awesome. And now that this is done, yeah, we have time to circularize this. Still got a bit of fuel left too. So, yeah, as you can see, like, now that we actually have an orbit, if I were to keep accelerating here, it would start pushing things out and mess things up a little bit. So all you want to make sure is that your periapsis is above the atmosphere, so that'll be fine. And then the apoapsis is obviously going to be above the atmosphere. So we're in orbit right now. I mean, it's a really close orbit to the planet, but it's an orbit. It's a thing. So to circularize, basically circularizing, well, I was going to tell you what it meant, but it should be pretty obvious. You're making your orbit a circle. So all you want to do is you want to reach either the periapsis or the apoapsis, depending on what point you want to keep it on. And, oh, looks like we're there. And then start accelerating. So the apoapsis is 78 kilometers, and if we accelerate, bam, when they flip around like that, that basically means you circularize. And they're going to start, like, twitching a little bit like this. I don't know if you can really see it. Especially on bigger orbits, you'll see them go do some crazy twitches. So, yeah, that's an orbit. That's how you do an orbit. I hope I explained it well. I can't even see anything. Well, you can see out of there. Yeah, I hope I explained it fairly well. If you have any questions about it, you know, give me a heads up. I'll try to explain it again in a future episode. I don't know why it's all laggy like so. Why you lag, man? Stop lagging. And there's sunrise. Beautiful. Alright. Well, yeah. I hope that was entertaining and educational and all that fun stuff for you guys. And if you have any questions, you know, be sure to let me know. Hope to answer it in the comments or in the next episode. Next episode will probably be probably do some advanced rocket design. Maybe I haven't quite figured it out yet. I don't know. I don't really have a plan for these tutorials. I'm just kind of doing stuff as they come. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode. Take care.